Good evening and welcome, or even good day. Today we're going to talk about various weapons with my good friend
Bragi Magnarsson, and today's video is something we've been asked to do for a while, and that is to do a video on Langseax versus Scramsax. So this is a Langseax. You may be asking, what is a Langseax? But Egil will explain for you.
The sax actually means knife.
Yes.
So long knife, wound knife.
Short knife.
Yeah, well they come shorter than that. This is like a machete and you use it in a chopping action. Very effective, not as expensive as the sword, but at the same time not for everyone. It's quite an expensive piece of kit nonetheless. So we'll just hand that back. And now we come to the Scramsax. I won't be using mine because mine is actually sharp, and we're here to demonstrate not to kill each other.
And though normally in battle we don't take sharps into battle.
No, this was more a workman's tool.
Yes, we're comfortable with each other fighting.
But this one can still do you a bit of damage if it catches you, which it won't. But again, it's got the typical sax blade, the broken backs, the oldest form of knife that we know of. Very useful, and this is what we'll be using for the demonstration.
Now, these are also made out of EM45 steel. This is a spring steel. Now you may be asking yourself, well, why do you make them out EM45? Well, that's because these want to be heat treated so that when you fight with them, they don't scar up and they last you a long time. So we use spring steel because of that aspect. And although that's not technically authentic, for combat it's very safe.
Well, it'll snap, but it won't shatter.
Yes.
And that's important.
This has got a bone handle. I think it's a sheep shank or a cow bone, with the typical pattern, which is the ring and dot pattern. Yeah. And yours is a Norwegian style scram. And you do get different types of scram, from bone handles.
Very ergonomic.
It's a great scram for holding in your hand. It grips well.
Ergonomic.
In a minute we're going to fight. We're going to first of all start with a shield each, and I'll start with the Langseax against Egil here with a Scramsax, and then we'll swap over, and then we'll do some more combat without shields.
One thing to remember, who sports his gloves, always wear gloves.
That's important, and something we don't really talk about. So, you know, you can get injured doing this, and we do wear leather gloves like this for protection. And these are a little bit of a reenactorism. We don't really know whether they had gloves like this.
It's safety
but so there's that little introduction for you, and now we'll go and fight. And you know, I'm going to use this beauty.
I'm going to use this little.
And we'll hopefully try to stay in range of the camera this time. This is something we're very new to, fighting on camera. So you have to bear with us while we learn. And of course I don't need my scabbard. I know he's killed me already.
I think we know who's going to win this one.
Now he's got a very short range, I have a much larger range. And although he cut my arm, which is an illegal blow, it was below the elbow, I did manage to kill him across the chest. We'll try it again for you.
Oh yeah.
Now I always try to keep my shield as close to him as possible. Now we've both got a kill there, but he got me first. Very good, Egil.
Thank you.
Oh,
okay.
If I had a helmet on I would have saluted you, but I didn't.
Yeah, well, I was mine at home as well.
Off the back.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we're always very careful with is the spine. Now, if you demonstrate to your back turned to camera, when we attack, one thing I'll never do is to go in the spine like this. Whenever you cut across the back, you always do a slicing motion, because the spine is a very delicate thing, and I'm pretty sure Egil would agree with you. He doesn't want to be hit on the spine, do you, Egil?
Don't want to be a wheelchair, man.
Now, we'll just swap over.
Go on then.
So this time I'm using the scram. I see, throw my scram on the floor.
Yeah,
and we'll see.
Six sizes and everything.
So we often rotate like this. It's a bad habit we've got.
It's the most natural thing.
We've both got a kill there.
I think the trouble is we're both well matched. Too well matched.
Well, we have fought each other a lot over the years.
Yeah.
as you can very clearly see.
Now you see where you wear gloves.
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah,
try to be
serious.
careful of that. No, well you do get
It's only
cuts
skin.
and grazes.
Thing to remember about reenactment fighting, it's like cricket. You're frightened of being hit by the ball, don't do it. I've been doing this since Jesus was a child. It's been a long time, and in that time I've had one whack on the wrist. But you've got to expect...
It's your fingers you've got to watch out for.
Yeah, but you've got to expect that eventually, if you do it long enough, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Not seriously. How seriously is up to you, isn't it?
Now when you've got your breath back, we'll fight without the shield now. And this is much harder because he's got a much longer reach than me. Although naturally I'd like to have two blades.
Again, what's going on?
But I'm very used to fighting. I mean, I've probably fought a bit more recently than you have.
Yeah, must be over 5 years.
So one of the things I always try to do is get my stance right, and then you're constantly looking at the peripheral vision at seeing where your blows. You just do a fake blow on me, so I can constantly know where he is. There we go. So let's carry on fighting like normal then.
Yeah, well,
But he banged me in the knee there.
so you're alright.
It's alright. In this game of doing Dark Age reenacting, one thing you're going to guarantee, you're going to get your knees hit.
The main thing to watch is your face.
Yeah.
If you aim for a target, can I just use you?
Yeah.
Your target is from there to there. And that, if you aim for the belt, above the belt, if you go below the belt, you can cause serious injury.
Well, let's quickly talk about the
Yeah.
hit areas. When we fight, we have specific areas where we try to hit and try not to hit.
Yeah.
Now, if I was to go in on the lower arm, that's an illegal blow. I cannot hit Egil below the elbow. Likewise, I cannot go and hit him on the head unless it's choreographed in the fight and the man's wearing a helmet.
Yeah,
In which you do, Kate, lend me your thing, you always hit the man on the flat of the blade.
yeah.
But generally we don't do that in combat or in battles.
Very dangerous to hit the head.
Now, another area I don't go for is below the knee. I'll generally say that you don't go anyway around the knee and below the knee, because your knee do get hammered by axes and swords.
It's also the groin. How it's funny to hit them there, but you can do serious damage.
You can do, and
painful.
no doubt a lot of Viking reenactors, when they get to old age, will have bad knees. Another area we don't go for, like I said, is the spine.
Yeah, no
We
spine.
avoid that at all costs, and if you do, like I say, you always attack on the flat of the blade, is at the back. And one of the most important areas we don't go for is the private regions,
Yeah.
for various reasons. Because trust me, if you get a spear in that area, it blooming hurts.
Yeah,
And what I found with doing this reenacting is that when I saw one coming, I tended to lift myself up and ride it.
or wear a cricket box.
Or you could wear a cricket box, which wouldn't be authentic for me.
No, but underneath who's going to be
But that's
lucky.
it's like talk about the hit areas and where we fight.
Another thing they do is when you slit someone's throat, you don't use that edge, you use the back. So you go like that and try not to touch it. Because if you've got, when you do edge on edge, you get like a saw.
Yeah, you will get little cut marks on here.
And you end up sawing your mate's head off, which is not good.
One of the things that happens before you go to battle is that you have your weapons checked.
Yeah.
And the man will come along and he'll run his finger across. Now in this case I got a nice little cut in my scramble from this fight.
Having this one, isn't it?
I'd have to file that down.
So you run your finger on that, there's
Yeah,
one halfway.
well there's one or two,
Yeah.
it's quite good.
Because you see the films where they're going,
Yeah,
they end up with a hacksaw blade. You try and hit flat on flat, don't you?
yeah. So before we finish off, we'll just swap over weapons and finish it off so you can kill each other. I'll have the Langseax. You can have a shield you like.
Tell you what, let's make this a fair match.
You can have a shield and I'll just use a Langseax.
I've just killed myself.
You
you've
can't
won.
kill yourself, that's not allowed.
Oh,
Shield.
it is nothing.
Grab a shield.
Ow, smack on the bramble.
So, there we go, I killed Egil.
Yeah, and the brambles did as well.
Egil meets Ljot
Oh well.
But Egil loses. Yeah, nice Graham. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this. I know you've been asking for a bit more combat.
Which we will do.
I think the next one we'll do is talking about the action combat. How do you like that? You know, you can demonstrate how the axe is used to hook a shield.
Have you got your shield axe? Yeah. Okay.
And therefore making it open for me and get stabbed. So we'll talk about that next.
Well, God of Thunder.
No, it's a plane. Is it a bird? Is it a man? No, it's God of Thunder.
It's a 707.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. So,
Okay. Till we
trust
meet.
hail and good health.
Bye.